who's been following this Hasan Piker dog collar gate situation? I have been fascinated by this. Like, I've heard of Hasan Piker, but like I've never really like watched him or followed any. I know he's like, isn't he what's his name? What's his name? Son, Sankyour's son or something, or nephew or some shit. Hasan Diddy Piker. But he's getting fucking roasted by everybody. Yeah, he's a very John Roca type. It's his nephew, that's right. Zapping the dog, and this has been handled so poorly. Like, new clips keep coming out. He has people go on and lie for him, and it makes it worse. He came out and lied about the collar and everything. And it's just fucking crazy. I have some clips here kind of like going over the situation from the beginning and some new clips as well. So we can go over some of this. I thought it'd be fun to check some of this out, kind of deviate a little bit. But so for those of you that missed it, this is a video from Decoy Voice. I watch this guy. Wow, I just hit 1 million subscribers. I watch this guy occasionally. He basically rehashes the whole situation real quick for those of you that for those of you who don't have any idea what we're talking about. This video kind of goes back and reviews it and explains it quickly for you.
With Hasan Pikerchu possibly electrocuting his puppy.
Hasan Pikerchu, that needs to be memed.
Gets worse every time he opens his mouth about it, and it would be hilarious if it wasn't for the fact that it really looks like he shocked his dog and his audience just said, "That's all right," as a day after the...
So, for those of you who don't know, he forces his dog to lay there in the background on that treadmill. He forces the dog to lay there to try to make him look like a decent guy, because, you know, everybody loves dogs, and if you're a dog owner, if you're a good dog owner, it kind of humanizes you a bit. So when you come on the internet and say crazy shit like this dude does all the time, when you come on and say shit like America deserved 9/11, like Hasan Piker said in the past, you have a dog in the background. It kind of, even though it's fucking retarded, the shit that he says, he has the dog there to try and humanize him a little bit. And he keeps the dog there by use of a shock collar, which he has in his hand there. And this has been exposed multiple times, and it's like what he did is fucking evil, but like the way that he's handled it and the amount of lies is really funny.
Incident, he tried to explain this isn't a shock collar.
This is the one that they saw. It has the capacity to vibrate.
And there was a follow-up clip where he turned on a camera that was on his ceiling, and it actually showed the shock button, and he saw it and freaked out and tried to hide it. And did you guys see that clip? I believe I have it somewhere here. We'll find it, but it's really, really funny. So that's the collar. There's a button he presses that's like, you know, if you look at me, there's a button that he has. It's like right over here. And whenever the dog gets up and moves to, God forbid, get a drink of water or something, he just shocked the damn dog.
And that's it. Are you happy? That's it.
To which the internet quickly investigated, increasing the exposure.
And there's electrical tape over it, which is very suspicious.
To expose he was covering something with black tape.
Terminals onto which the shock prongs are fitted have been removed, or filed down, and covered with electrical tape. But the terminal's support escutcheons are still obviously present on the unit.
Where XQC even matched up the remote Hasan might have been holding.
Does that look like what we're looking at?
I think, and then in that follow-up clip where the remote is shown, looked a lot like that.
Into this.
I do not currently have any pets. No, I do not.
For his height, how long is his thumb? Because if you look at it, right? His nail is about the exact same between distance between the marking.
Everybody is like researching and going in on this.
The marking and the writing, right?
And this wasn't a one-off thing, where multiple internet sleuths discovered the tape, comparing it to the actual $100 shock collar, where the vibration-only version has completely different components compared to what Hasan was holding, to which the electrical tape tried to conceal, but the internet is simply too smart to trick, as once you hit a certain level of internet notoriety, you can never get away with lying ever again. The online
That's
community
true.
simply has too many minds, too much time, powered by probably a bit too much Tylenol. Someone in his
Yes, I think we're going to get into that as well, the Pokimane shit. So Pokimane basically fired her entire staff because they didn't want to air the podcast where he appeared. She basically fired her whole team because they had a problem with him abusing his dog. So,
audience,
I
or
mean,
more likely someone he's
Jesus
previously
Christ.
pissed off, is going to know more about
That
shock
bitch.
collars than he does, and like Kaya, will literally jump at the opportunity to expose him for being the trash that he is. As Hasan is suddenly shifting to, but shock collars are alright.
Even the e-collars that
I think Piker should put the collar on himself. If it's not an electrical collar, he should put the collar on himself, pick up the remote, and then shock and then see how he reacts. That would be the best way, in my opinion, that he could prove his innocence personally. Put the collar on yourself and then turn it on.
do shock are
If it just vibrates, then it shouldn't be that bad.
unironically used to train fucking like service dogs and shit.
Interesting how the left always walks down this same exact path of admission, from it definitely didn't happen to okay, it happened but it's rare, and finally, yes, it happens a lot, but here's why it's a good thing.
And it's not a big deal. Exactly. Like the story has changed so many times too. It started from I didn't do it to people do it and it's not a big deal to it's not a big deal at all. And then, other things are, there's other things going on that are significantly worse than this. What are we talking about? He's gone through like every stage of that in like the course of a week. And he's too stupid to realize, like, if you just ignored it, it probably wouldn't be quite as bad. I mean, it'd still be bad, but it wouldn't be as bad. And you wouldn't come off as quite as big of a joke, at least, right?
Let's recap what happened. His dog gets hurt, and it's his mom's fault.
She just literally is
So there's the dog right there, and he makes the dog lay right there. And if the dog is like slightly not where he wants it to be, he presses the button and shocks it to get it to lay where he wants it to lay, so it can be seen on the camera to keep his I'm a decent human being image. Look, I have a dog.
so incredibly spoiled from
Exactly. The dog is a prop. The dog is like my lighting background in the back, or his dog is a fucking Funko Pop, a live Funko Pop to him, pretty much. Exactly.
And then it's the dog hurt herself.
Yeah, she yelped because she clipped herself on something.
Oh, I forgot about this. Yes, so he said that the dog yelped because the dog, when he pressed the button, the dog like yelped. And that's kind of what brought the big attention to this. So he claimed that the dog like clipped its nail on the treadmill, and that's why it yelped. Another lie.
When she was getting off the bed.
I mean, I'm pretty sure
the
it's a
dog
lie.
doesn't even have a shock collar. To now, electric shocks don't even hurt.
A shock collar is not even like actual electrocution.
Well, then put it on yourself, Hasan, and then shock yourself. Prove
It's
it.
like a Thames machine.
As nobody acts like this if they were innocent, where if somebody spammed in my chat, decoy electrocutes his cat, I'm just going to ignore it, as when you even acknowledge random accusations, you just set a precedence of the moment you don't deny something, suddenly you have something to hide. But
That's a really good point and good advice to anyone who would want to be a content creator. Just when people make up insane shit about you, don't acknowledge it or don't deviate from what you normally do, because there's always someone to come on and say, well, you reacted differently to this than you normally react to other things. There's something suspicious there.
But even if you do
That really
immediately
is good
say,
advice.
no, I didn't do it, here's irrefutable proof, you don't follow it up with, I didn't do it, but some people recommended I do. And even if I did do it, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And why are you bothering me about it when there's literally a genocide happening? But what's even more disgusting is his followers uploaded doctored video footage to defend him.
Wow.
Where they misaligned the audio to match the yelp to when she did hit her dew claw. And not only is Hasan's chat banning people for simply Pikachu plus dog emojis, apparently Twitch as a platform is now defending him by banning anybody in any chat for...
Twitch is such a fucked up platform. They ban people for like nothing, and then they keep people like this on. They keep like OnlyFans thoughts on that platform, who literally try to extort money from like teenagers.
Referencing the shock collar, and even off-platform, where far left Reddit has resorted to banning the word Hasan, where the 75,000 uploaded video from 4 days ago had his name, but ever since, he's referenced as Streamer, the LA streamer that's mad at Moist Critical, and my favorite, person who recently received significant criticism online. But it doesn't prevent every single subreddit's comment section.
Yeah, those memes are pretty funny.
Making fun of Hasan's shock, as this is just the
Oh, so you can do Mortal Kombat with this, YouTube, but God forbid Star Wars Marvel purist does it. Oh, I see how it is. I see how it is. Nice, YouTube.
Comment section from non-stop making fun of Hasan's shock, as this is just the Streisand effect in action. The more they try to control the narrative, the more the masses will buck back just to spite him, as every time Hasan tries to beat the allegations, it just brings it back to the forefront. He tried to pretend he was in on the joke, replicating the mean memes about electricity, but when Charlie spoke up about him...
Even a non-streamer, like a complete normie, average Joe Schmo, if you went to their house and saw that happen, and like, hey, did you just shock that dog? They'd be like, oh my god, no, this is clearly a misunderstanding, no, that's not what happened. Like, I feel like most people would be very quick to show you and prove that it's not a shock collar because it's so quick and so easy to do. And the fact that he doesn't is odd. Like, it is very peculiar.
Hasan got angry that he didn't come to him first to get his pre-approved talking points.
That's the reason why I'm annoyed. He could just like unironically reach out and be like, hey, what's going on here?
And I'm not trying to give Hasan advice here. I think he's a scumbag for reasons completely unrelated to his treatment of dogs. But anytime he acknowledges this, it's just fuel to reignite the flames of his stupidity, informing new people of his horrible behavior. As Asmongold reacted to Hasan's reaction, to Charlie's reaction of Hasan's original action.
I don't really think that Hasan has a problem with Charlie's content. I think that Hasan has a problem that Charlie's content is involving him.
And now I'm reacting to that reaction. Somehow Hasan...
And I'm reacting to that reaction. It continues.
Equally idiotic uncle.
Even though I hate the word reaction.
I don't know who Assman is. I mean, people say maybe that he's got a following, but I've never heard
Did Sank defend his nephew here?
of him, right?
Which gives Zach another reaction video, which just turns 1 million views about Hasan shocking his dog into 3 million views. Where now, there's even Amazon product reviews referencing the incident, as obviously a lot of Asmongold's viewers will be recycled. But every time it spreads to the next platform, you're just reaching an entirely new group. And honestly, I think if Twitch, Reddit, and the rest of Hasan's fan base wasn't desperately trying to shut this down, that random guy wouldn't have taken the time to make that meme. Find that shock collar on Amazon and post that review. As Shoe on Head, again, has the best take on this.
I agree with this as well. This is what actually came to my mind when I first heard about this story. And I do think that this is the best take on the situation that I've seen.
Even if Hasan didn't shock his dog, it still doesn't explain him getting angry at his pet for briefly getting up during a 4-hour live stream.
Exactly. Like, why does the dog have to lay there for 4 hours? It's a dog, bro. Like, dogs need to, like, you know, release energy. They need to run around and be active. They need to drink water. I mean, at least put his water bucket or his water bowl next to the treadmill. Did you guys see the one where the dog was like afraid to go get the clip where the dog was like afraid to go get a drink of water? And it's like looking at the water, looking at Hasan, looking at the water, looking at Hasan, and it's scared to go. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Let him run around. Let him at least get it. You know, maybe the dog has to go to the bathroom or something. God, imagine what he'd do, like, if the dog, like, stood up and, like, pissed or something, dude. Oh, Jesus. I don't know if I even want to think about that.
No matter what, even if you subtract all the weird claims he's made, the electrical tape, and the insane explanations from his fan base, it still doesn't detract from the fact he's a terrible dog owner and overall person. But this is what it all comes down to. Hasan's audience aren't normal fans. As a while back, I wanted to live stream more, and I wanted to do some market research, and the only person I really knew of was Asmongold. But then I found the Steak and Eggs podcast after it already was canceled, so I watched a bit of Tectone and Amiru live streams. And not knowing many other people, I watched a bit of Hasan as well, just trying to see how these guys fill up 8 hours a day, every day, when I barely make it through 2. And there was this one interesting observation I noticed while watching them, where Asmongold and Tectone had very similar audience interactions as I would. You talk about your topics and pepper in some comments for conversation whenever you get a moment. But watching how Amiru...
Get a picture of his dog and put it behind me. Maybe. All right, so we got I got a couple others here. I want to see. I'm gonna go to Asmongold's clips channel here real quick because he's been he's been really keeping up on this. I'm gonna go to Asmongold's channel. Anybody watch Asmongold? I watch him. I just watch his clips. He usually gets some interesting clips every once in a while. Okay, so this is the one. Yes, this is the one. I think this is this it? No, it isn't. I'm going to try to find the one where... Oh, where's the one? Where's the one where the... This is it. Okay.
So, yes.
Okay, this is it right here. This is the one where he reaches... This is one where he accidentally shows the switch that he uses to shock the dog, and then he freaks out and hides it. This is it right here, chat.
Somehow it's happened again. Another plane has hit the tower.
Another plane has hit. Oh God, that's what was that from? Didn't somebody say that when Orange Man won or something like that? Who was the one who said another plane hit the tower when something? I know something happened, and then some fucking lunatic was like using that as an example. I forget what it was.
The Y shot.
There it is.
Yes, again. Hi, Jack.
Watch him look up at the camera.
No. The Y shot. Boom.
Yes, Eddie, that was it. When the Acolyte got canceled, somebody said another plane hit the tower. Jesus Christ. Oh, but him looking up at the camera like, oh fuck.
I'm gonna put the Y shot. Boom.
There it is.
Yes, again.
Nothing to see here.
This is the remote for the vibrating gate, I swear. Why does he move this one specific thing out of the frame? It's clearly the ET300 remote that he is literally holding up on his stream. He's hiding it in plain sight. Oh God.
There it is.
This is the one people thought it was. And it's in the exact same spot that it always is in those clips. Educator ET3000 Mini. Compare this to the back of the remotes. Okay. Oh man.
Well, I mean, I'll let you in the chat decide. I'll let you decide yourselves.
Oh gee, Lion Ted, bro, what? So this is 100% unequivocally proven now. If I had to bet on it, I'd bet
Look
that
at
this
him.
is what.
Look at him just looking back there, like, don't you dare move. Don't you dare move from that spot. And then the dog runs back as soon as he turns around to look at it. Fucking sick, bro.
100% unequivocally proven now. If I had to bet on it.
Oh no, yeah, that was it. Yeah, see where the dog jumps there? See where the dog jumps, and right as the dog jumps, he reaches over.
This is 100%
Right there.
unequivocally
Boom.
proven now.
Boom,
If I
dog
had
jumps.
to bet on it, I'd bet that this is what happened. Why doesn't he just say he uses it?
He never admits that he's wrong, even about like anything really small. And I think that
I gotta
think
get
that's
him
really
looking
kind
up
of,
at the camera.
It creates a false sense of security, and eventually, you know, you do that for long enough, and you have a fuck up like this, and that's it.
All right, that was that one. Let's watch the so here's the
I'm late.
so here's the Pokimane thing. I know we kind of briefly touched on this. Here's the Pokimane thing, chat.
On the sofa at 3 in the morning, and I'm seeing people messaging me like, oh, there's this thing that happened. Pokimane and Lily Pichu canceled their podcast featuring Hasan. Small update. This is a tough one to write, but we want.
So no, Pokimane didn't do it. Her team did it, and she basically fired her team for doing it.
Wanted to give you all a heads up that we're unfortunately going to be missing our first scheduled Saturday video tomorrow. We've been watching the recent drama unfold concerning our guest.
What do you guys think of like 'cause there are people that say like electric fences are bad that shock the dog, but like I don't know. Like if it's either that or your dog getting hit by a car or something or running away. Like there are some dogs that I've had dogs before and seen dogs that like if you let them out of the house, they're gone. So I don't know. I don't know. You know, I'd say train your dog. If you train your dog well, it'll be a good dog, but I don't know. When used correctly, yeah, that's a good point as well. But I mean, not for fucking laying there for 4 hours on a live stream just so you look like a more decent person than you actually are, and not even letting him get up and get a drink of water.
Our community is our favorite thing, and the reason we do this is to create a space that is comfy as always and a true escape. So basically, they didn't want to have Hasan on the show because of the dog.
I'm sorry, but like that's fucking hilarious. This is gonna stick with this guy for the rest of his life.
Thing, right? I mean, you know it, I know it, everybody knows it. It gets better, okay? You think, okay, all right, yeah, that makes sense, right? So Pokimane comes out and tweets, the episode was supposed to air as usual, but staff refused to upload it. Out of fear it had caused drama, and posted this statement without my approval, sad face.
Yeah,
Sorry.
a Palpatine meme would be funny as well. I think the Hasan Pikerchu meme. Hasan Pikerchu used Shockwave, like old school Pokemon Fire Red.
Guys, we'll talk about everything on this week's episode and go on hiatus afterwards to restructure.
AKA fire all of their employees, by the way.
Now, let me go ahead. You guys like translation? Okay, so what does this mean? That's it. That's what it means. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it.
I really feel bad for the staff. The reason why I say that is because
I mean, I feel bad for her staff for having to work with her, for one thing. I felt bad for them already. And then this is just like, yeah, what did you guys expect? The moment you do anything that Pokimane would disagree with, you're fucking gone. How dare you be offended by a man abusing his dog who's her friend?
I think that she should understand, while she has a big fan base and they're going to defend her, a lot of her staff don't have that. The staff are now getting attacked on social media.
What a shocker. I see what you did there.
To throw the staff under the bus and to say that, oh, well, they did this without our consent. Now the Hasan fan base will dislike them. They're also going to get hate because they were associated with Pokimane now, who is, you know, like okay with doing it. So you're effectively having everybody attack you now, and basically everybody is hating her, right? Like everybody is mad. Throwing your staff under the bus instead of disavowing animal abuse is definitely something I'd expect from you. Imagine firing your staff because they don't like puppy torture. I would feel bad for her, but you did throw your staff under the bus. You did. And you could say they threw you under the bus or they didn't communicate with you, but you don't have the same position that they do. And so
Interesting, interesting. So has anything else happened? Anybody in the chat aware? Has anything else happened with this or not really? If she was Korean, the joke would be good Lord. Good Lord. I'm sure these people were more angry at Orange Man for their eating the dogs claim than they are about literal dog abuse on camera. Anyway, anything else on this? See if there's anything else on this interesting. There was never a caller. Hang on, I got something else. This is a more recent one. We'll take a look at one more. Hasan claims that Kaya didn't have the collar on during the incident. He then proceeds to explain why shock collars aren't actually that bad.
Claims Kaya didn't have the collar on during the incident, and then he proceeds to explain why shock collars aren't actually
shit. Chat, I am missing the comeback for you guys.
Bad.
It's how much I love this community.
There's no way.
Third group of people are the ones who are like,
sorry, I can't even watch them live because I get pissed off.
Look at this clip. Look at that clip. Look at this clip. Like,
yeah,
it's obvious he's moving his arms around.
Don't worry. I'm sure there's plenty of time. Don't worry, Gabriel, for $2. I'm sure there's plenty of time for them to come back and get a field goal and take the lead again.
Like he's fucking constantly in a state of
I don't know. I don't know. You know that little any unauthorized use of this telecast, any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited that they play at the beginning of every game. That might be a I'd hate to get a copyright strike from the NFL. I'm going to be perfectly honest with that. I can beat the shills in a copyright claim. I don't know if I could beat the NFL.
Of zapping. They moved away from the initial conversation, which was that like she didn't even have that collar on to begin with, and the only reason why I showed the collar was because people were clipping.
If she didn't have the collar, then why did you show it?
Other instances. America's much more
sorry, his face was pretty funny there.
Consequential violence. Okay,
dude, just stop talking about it. Look, the dog's still over there.
It's the same reason as to why.
If I were him, I'd just stop putting the dog on camera at this
America,
point.
Kaya,
we all
please.
We see what you're doing.
Just fucking go. Just stop.
Oh God.
Violence. Okay, it's the same reason as to why America. Kaya, please just fucking go.
I mean, definitely photoshopped, right, chat? Definitely could be photoshopped by the alt-right. This is alt-right fake news, right, chat?
Just stop.
There was the yell. It's fucking horrible.
What?
Even in the maximalist position, said this already, e-collars that have shocking components feel like a TENS machine, which I've used on myself in the past because, you know, I'm around dogs that have been trained with that. And
again, put the collar on yourself and shock yourself.
Use it
on stream. If it's truly not that bad.
This gray hair is new. This has been it's
I'll bet that's new. You know, they say that stress can cause your hair to turn gray.
It's not been good.
Not only is it not illegal, but it's also
look at his chat. The Mossad bot group. My guy, stop giving your haters what they want. Why are you still talking about
this?
This?
What does that say? All your enemies are and haters. Look at this one. Look at this one, chat. All your enemies and haters are still PDF. Oh, wow. Yeah, good one. Good one. Just throw that word around. Everyone who hates Hasan is a PDF file. There's the IQ, there's the intelligence level of your typical Hasan Piker viewer.
Can you get to the point and just provide the model? Fuck off. She wasn't wearing a collar. They are photoshopping the collar.
I didn't watch this ahead of time, chat. I know these people. We know these people better than they know themselves.
Guys need to stop. This has to stop. Please. You don't have to do this to yourself. There's still time that you can step away.
They moved away.
Clearly photoshopped.
Away from the initial conversation, which was that like she didn't even have that collar on to begin with, and the only reason why I showed the collar was because people were clipping other instances.
My Lord. How many chat? How many times has the story changed at this point? Like 7, 8 times the story has changed.